Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm going to be talking to you. I'm in the Old City Cemetery in Galveston. But 2 times in a row, I have been talking to ghosts that have passed from lung issues. One was from consumption, and the other one I felt like pneumonia, kind of on the back. But as soon as I stop filming, I start coughing and coughing and coughing. So a lot of times, like, people will ask me, what do you feel when you connect with them? I feel kind of what they felt, so I can kind of understand what they were talking about. Or if someone says they passed from a heart attack, I can tell you what that feels like. Maybe 0.5% or 1% compared to what they went through. I do not feel the whole thing, but I will tell you, from both of these and the last one, my chest still feels heavy. From the last one up here, it's like I can feel that heaviness here, and then this one behind me, like I can feel it in my back, so I can just feel that heaviness in my back. Not, like I said, not to the full extent of what they went through, but it's one of those, that's kind of one of the things that I deal with being a psychic. I'm kind of used to it by now, so it doesn't scare me or anything else, but a lot of times it does give the family a great insight into how the person passed, especially if there's a lot of questions like, how did they pass? You know, someone said she had a heart attack, or someone said this happened or that happened. And a lot of times way back then, they really didn't know what was happening. And then even now today, sometimes autopsies aren't always done, or they have an idea, or the autopsy comes back and it's not as clear as they would like a definitive, like this is what made them pass. So that can be a very interesting energy of actually just finding out actually what happened to them. I do that quite a lot. I think one of the other interesting ones for me is kind of like, what is their thinking before they pass? Sometimes they are kind of in very lucid, so they're kind of aware of what's going on right before they pass, and then sometimes they're just kind of in a drug state, so it's kind of like they're usually on medication for pain or other issues, and so it's kind of like it's talking to someone when they're drunk. It's kind of like, I can feel the energy, but they're shifting a lot, or their energy is moving around, so that can just be a little overwhelming as I try to kind of figure out what's going on with them, because they're with the medicine to kill the pain, but that can also be overwhelming, and a lot of times it's not like they can still feel it to an extent. Like, painkillers take away most of the pain, but not all of the pain, so they can still feel some of that around them. One of the other things I can feel a lot when I'm connecting to someone who's passed, like I said, not just how they passed, but what was their thinking prior to that, or right after the event. So kind of like, who showed up to connect with them on the other side, who was around them, who were they trying to connect with on the other side, or who was the first person they connected with on the other side. A lot of times it's a close family member, like maybe a mom or a dad or a sibling that's already passed, so it's someone like really close to them that's passed, so that they feel comfortable and comforted as they go through this process, because it can be like, wait, what just happened? I'm not really sure. Even if they knew they were going to pass, that can be kind of like, wait, I finally did pass. So like I said, it's kind of, the cool part is like that usually happens. Sometimes when they are on the other side, they will come back with kind of like I said, with who was with them, who was around, and any messages that they came through with. I do have kind of a lot of clients now that have reached out to me when they have a family member that's going to pass, knowing that that's such a great time to connect not only with the one that just passed or is about to pass, but the other family members as well, because that can be a really great energy of connecting with them and kind of like what's coming through, what's not coming through, who's with them, who's not with them, and any messages from the other side. So that can be really an interesting energy for everybody. So I think that's kind of a neat one. I will tell you that kind of one of the things that I really love doing is kind of hearing about their life, hearing about, because my life was my life, and I know all the stories, and I kind of know all the things that happened, but it's kind of interesting to kind of feel, sense, hear, taste, touch someone else's life. As I walk through their life, I can see it as if I'm them. So that can be a really interesting energy to walk in to total strangers and feel like I'm already at home. I can kind of connect to their energy of like, you know, they got up early and they went and got the eggs from the chickens, and they milked the cows, or they had to do this, or whatever it is. Like, what was their life like according to them? Not just like what they're telling you now, but kind of like, what was it really, really like way back then. Like, how did they feel about things? How did they connect to other things? So that can be one of those like quirky, cool energies to really connect with that energy. Still feeling the consumption, I think. I will tell you that the last part is they want to make a connection. So many times they come through with, why hasn't my son or my daughter come through, or why haven't they told me what's going on, or tell me where they're at, or whatever it is. That can be a really interesting kind of energy for them, of like, they want to make a connection to us. They really want to make a connection to us. They want to let them, like, kind of let you know, like, hey, I want to let you know I made it to wherever I'm going and I'm okay, and so-and-so's here, like Poppy's here, or Daddy's here, or whatever, or Papa, or whatever it is, like all those crazy names that we call our family members, kind of like, they're here and they want to just let you know that I've made it safe and sound. So that can be some of the best messages that I ever give to anybody else, is that message that they're connected to their family members. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.